It's Friday night, and Netflix just isn't cutting it. So you head out with friends, hit the clubs, and by midnight, you're driving home. Suddenly, the power goes out. Everything is pitch black, except for your car's headlights. Then, out of nowhere, she appears. A tall woman with unnaturally long arms, a stretched neck, and a white dress standing in the middle of the road. Your hands are shaking. Do you drive through? Do you stop? What would you do if she was staring straight at you in the dead of night? What if I told you there's a place where shadows move on their own, whispers echo in empty halls, and your every step feels like someone or something is watching? South Africa is not just a land of breathtaking beauty. It's a land where the line between the living and the dead blurs. Get ready, we journey into the unknown, but be warned, what you're about to hear might just keep you awake at night. 1. The Witpoortjie Bull Mine in Roodepoort, Johannesburg, is a chilling mix of local lore and unsettling occurrences, steeped in mystery and tragedy. According to legend, this site was once home to a bull mine that was eradicated in the 1960s. However, when the mine was destroyed, a toxic gas was said to have been released, poisoning the once fertile soil and turning it sour. The land became a cursed ground, claiming the lives of several French and Afrikaans municipal farmers who had worked the area for generations. The aftermath was devastating, not just to the landscape, but to the lives it touched. The farmlands were abandoned, later industrialized, and built over. Today, the cursed perimeter spans nearly 12 blocks, stretching from the local supermarket to Bastion High School. Yet, the past has not rested quietly. The area remains a hotbed of eerie activity, with reports of angry spirits roaming the streets at night. Some locals even claim to have seen a terrifying figure, a goat man with demonic wings, terrorizing citizens under the cover of darkness. Adding to the area's sinister reputation are the numerous car accidents that inexplicably occur near the former bull mine site. Witnesses have recounted strange, shadowy apparitions darting across the road, causing drivers to swerve in panic. Meanwhile, the houses surrounding the area tell their own story. Gardens that will not grow, dry soil that seems immune to nourishment, and an air of unease that never dissipates. Is it merely a combination of urban legend and natural phenomena, or is there something darker tethering restless spirits to Witpoortjie? One thing is certain, the stories are enough to make anyone think twice before wandering into this haunted territory after dark. Watch the next one, which will give you goosebumps. You won't believe what happened. 2. Sunnyside Park Hotel, Johannesburg. One of the hotel's most famous ghostly residents resides in the Grand Ballroom. On quiet nights, an elegant lady in a flowing gown is said to appear, gracefully dancing in front of the fireplace near the grand piano. Her movements are hauntingly beautiful, as if she's reliving a moment from a bygone era. Guests and staff alike have reported hearing faint piano music accompanying her spectral waltz, though no one is ever seated at the keys. The club room carries a more subtle, yet equally mysterious presence. In one particular corner, the unmistakable sweet aroma of pipe tobacco occasionally fills the air, even though no one is smoking. It's as if a former patron is still enjoying their quiet respite, completely unaware that their time has passed. And then there's the third floor, where things take a more mischievous turn. This part of the hotel is said to be haunted by a resident spirit who refuses to leave. Guests often wake to find their night service trays disturbed, as though someone, or something, has been rifling through them. Many have reported strange noises and an inexplicable sense of being watched, adding to the third floor's reputation as the most active haunt in the hotel. The Sunnyside Park Hotel is a place where history comes alive, quite literally. Its spectral residents seem intent on leaving their mark, offering a chilling reminder of the stories and souls that have passed through its halls. Would you dare to stay here, knowing you might encounter a ghostly dancer, a pipe-smoking spirit, or a mischievous phantom on the third floor? Perhaps they're waiting to welcome you into their world, one ghostly encounter at a time. Do you believe in curses? The next one is even worse. You will get shivery with the last words of the soldier said before his death for disobedience. 3. The Castle of Good Hope, Cape Town. The Castle of Good Hope in Cape Town, with its ominous stone walls and shadowy corners, stands as a testament to centuries of dark history. Built in the 17th century, this fortress has seen unimaginable cruelty, serving as a site of slavery, imprisonment, and torture. It's no wonder that the castle is considered one of the most haunted locations in South Africa. Among its many ghostly tales, the legend of Governor Pieter van Noot is perhaps the most chilling. Known for his harsh and merciless rule, Van Noot's name still sends shivers down the spines of those who recount his story. During his tenure, he developed a reputation for handing out severe punishments, often without a second thought. One fateful day, he sentenced 3 soldiers to death for disobedience. As the last soldier stood on the gallows, he turned to Van Noot and, with his final breath, pronounced a curse upon the governor. What happened next cemented Van Noot's place in the annals of ghostly lore. Not long after the executions, the governor was found dead in his quarters, his face frozen in a look of utter terror. No wounds, no signs of foul play, just an unexplainable death that many believe was the result of the soldier's curse. To this day, visitors and staff at the Castle of Good Hope report strange occurrences. Van Noot's ghost is said to wander the halls, his restless spirit forever tied to the scene of his cruelty. Unexplained cold spots, eerie whispers, and fleeting shadows have left many convinced that the governor is still paying for his ruthless deeds. Would you dare to walk the halls of the Castle of Good Hope, knowing that one of South Africa's most infamous apparitions might be watching from the shadows? Perhaps Governor Van Noot is waiting, seeking redemption, or maybe vengeance. But wait, you haven't seen it all. The next one ghost sleeps freely without paying rent. Someone has to report them. 4. Kempton Park Hospital. No haunted list would be complete without the eerie presence of an abandoned hospital, and Kempton Park Hospital in South Africa is no exception. Once a bustling medical facility, it was abruptly shut down a day after Christmas in 1996, leaving behind an unsettling mystery that lingers to this day. Inside its crumbling walls, remnants of its past remain frozen in time. Old medical equipment, forgotten patient files, and empty beds tell a silent yet chilling story of a place where life and death once intertwined. Paranormal enthusiasts flock to the site, drawn by tales of ghostly activity. Among the most spine-tingling are the stories of mischievous spirits said to originate from the psychiatric ward. Visitors have reported hearing disembodied whispers, footsteps echoing through empty hallways, and the inexplicable movement of objects. The air inside feels heavy, as though the hospital itself is alive with memories that refuse to fade. Though there have been plans to refurbish this ghostly relic, it remains abandoned, its haunting aura untouched. For those brave enough to explore it, Kempton Park Hospital offers more than just a glimpse into the past. It's a chilling encounter with the unknown. Would you dare to step inside and face the spirits said to call it home? Do you know love doesn't care who you are? The following up will make you think twice about who you're falling in love with. Keep watching. 5. The Nottingham Road Hotel, KwaZulu-Natal. Tucked away in the serene countryside of KwaZulu-Natal lies the Nottingham Road Hotel, a charming retreat with a haunting secret. Behind its quaint facade and warm hospitality lurks the restless spirit of Charlotte, the resident ghost who has called the hotel home for decades. Room 10 was where Charlotte once lived, a young woman who worked as a prostitute and fell deeply in love with a British soldier. But her story takes a tragic turn. Some say Charlotte met her untimely end at the hands of a client who refused to pay. Others claim she was consumed by grief and jumped to her death upon learning her lover had been killed. Whatever the truth, Charlotte's presence lingers, weaving her tale into the fabric of the hotel's history. Unlike the terrifying apparitions of other ghost stories, Charlotte's spirit is said to be gentle, even fastidious. She rearranges flowers, straightens mirrors, and tidies away clothes as if still striving to bring order to her world. Yet, she doesn't reveal herself to everyone, only to a chosen few who sense her presence in the soft rustle of air or a fleeting shadow in the mirror. Adding to the intrigue, some believe Charlotte is not alone. Whispers of another spirit suggest she may have a companion, though their identity remains a mystery. For guests of the Nottingham Road Hotel, the question is not just whether they'll meet Charlotte, but whether they'll become part of her enduring tale. Would you dare to spend a night in room 10? 7. The Uniondale Ghost, Uniondale. Uniondale, a place known not just for its scenic landscapes, but for one of the country's most chilling supernatural legends, the Uniondale Ghost. Travelers along the N9 highway are warned to keep an eye out for a mysterious figure, a woman dressed in a gray dress who appears to hitchhike along the desolate road. The story dates back to a tragic Easter weekend in 1968, when a young woman named Maria Rue lost her life in a car accident near Uniondale. Since then, she is said to haunt the stretch of highway where her life was cut short. Many motorists have recounted eerily similar encounters, stopping to offer a ride to a lone hitchhiker, only to find the passenger seat empty moments later. Others claim to hear her voice, soft and sorrowful, lingering in their cars even after she vanishes. Some say she's searching for her lost fiancé, while others believe her spirit remains tied to the site of her untimely death. The Uniondale ghost has become a legend, whispered in hushed tones by locals and travelers alike, blending sorrow with an unshakable sense of the uncanny. Would you dare to take the N9 and risk meeting Maria yourself? Or would you rather keep driving, leaving the haunted highway and its spectral hitchhiker far behind? 8. Lord Milner Hotel, Magisfontein. One of its most famous spectral residents is Kate, a young nurse who once devoted her days to caring for convalescing patients and playing cards with them to lift their spirits. Her life was tragically cut short at just 19 years old, leaving behind a mystery that has never been solved. Some say she died suddenly without cause or reason, her youthful vibrancy extinguished far too soon. But Kate's story didn't end there. Today, guests and staff have reported seeing her figure lingering in the hotel's top turret, gazing wistfully out of the window as if searching for something or someone. Dressed in her flowing white gown, she's often seen during quiet moments, her presence both serene and haunting. Some visitors claim to hear the faint sound of cards being shuffled or soft whispers in empty rooms, adding to the eerie atmosphere. Stay with me because the next one, you will feel sorrow for this young honeymoon couples. 9. Uitkomst Farm, Machadodorp. Tucked away just 20 kilometers from the quiet Mpumalanga town of Machadodorp lies Uitkomst Farm, home to a stunning yet eerily silent waterfall. This breathtaking cascade of water is surrounded by natural beauty, but for those who know its story, the air feels heavier, tinged with sorrow and tragedy. The legend tells of a young honeymoon couple who visited this picturesque spot full of love and excitement for the life they had just begun. But their joy was tragically cut short when the bride, exploring the slippery rocks near the edge of the waterfall, lost her footing and plunged to her death. Stricken with grief, her heartbroken husband returned exactly 1 year later to the site where he lost her and ended his own life, unable to bear the weight of his sorrow. Locals claim that on moonlit nights, the spirits of the couple can be seen linked together at the top of waterfall, reunited in death. Some say they hold hands, gazing out over the cascading water, while others report hearing faint whispers or the haunting echo of laughter carried on the breeze. The Uitkomst Farm waterfall is more than a place of natural beauty. It's a poignant reminder of love, loss, and the mysteries that linger in the wake of tragedy. Would you dare to visit on a moonlit night to catch a glimpse of the spectral lovers, forever bound to the place where their story ended? 10. Jim Fouch High School, Bloemfontein, is an ordinary institution by day, but beneath its surface lies a haunting tale that sends chills through students and staff alike. In 1967, during the construction of a new swimming pool, workers unearthed the skeletal remains of a young girl. Who she was and how she came to be buried there remains a mystery to this day. But her story didn't end with that grim discovery. Soon after, strange and inexplicable events began to unfold on campus. Lights flicker without warning, plunging hallways into eerie darkness. Doors creak open and slam shut on their own, as if unseen hands are at work. Perhaps the most unsettling of all is the faint, haunting sound of a girl singing, a melody that echoes through the halls, seemingly coming from nowhere and everywhere at once. Those who claim to have encountered her spirit describe fleeting glimpses of a shadowy figure or an overwhelming sense of being watched. Her appearances are sporadic, unpredictable, and unnervingly silent. She never lingers long, but the fear she leaves behind does. 11. The Supreme Court, Johannesburg. The Johannesburg Supreme Court holds a reputation that goes far beyond its imposing architecture and halls of justice. It's the supposed haunt of one of South Africa's most infamous figures, Daisy de Melker, the country's first convicted serial killer. In the 1920s, Daisy poisoned 2 of her husbands and her own son for financial gain, a crime so heinous that it shocked the nation. She was sentenced to death and hanged in 1932, but her story doesn't seem to have ended there. Court 3 of the Supreme Court is said to be one of the many places Daisy's restless spirit frequents. Witnesses have reported inexplicable cold drafts, ghostly whispers, and the unnerving sensation of being watched. Court employees and visitors alike have claimed to feel her presence lingering in the air, as if she's still on trial for her crimes, unrepentant. Her ghost tethered to the very place that sealed her fate. But the Supreme Court isn't the only site tied to Daisy's ghostly legend. Her old home on Club Street in Turfontaine, where she plotted her deadly schemes, still stands. Locals say that on quiet nights, Daisy can be seen gazing from the upstairs window, her face pale and emotionless. Is she reminiscing about her dark past, or is she simply unable to let go of the life she once led? The ghost of Daisy DeMelker serves as a chilling reminder that justice may be served in the mortal realm, but some spirits refuse to rest. Would you dare to explore the places marked by her infamy, knowing that her cold, calculating presence might still be lingering, watching, waiting? Got a ghost story of your own? Share it in the comment below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and share to others. Thank you for watching.